And we are live. So we'll give people a few moments to come in. We've got a brilliant agenda today. So how are you, Vibra? And how's this week been? And are you as relaxed as me about the price movements in crypto and in QUBIC?
Yeah. So honestly, we just did some renovations to our house. We did a bunch of painting, some kitchen work, put a new floor in. So for the last 5 days, we've been working, doing, physical work. So I haven't been paying attention to anything. I haven't been able to stream because everything was just all over the place. So it was a perfect time to step back and not even pay attention to it. And you come back and I've gotten a lot of questions lately with the QUBIC staking on QEarn that people can't see it. It's not showing up. I was having the same thing with mobile. Well, if you log into the website and you just let it sit for about 5 minutes, your stuff will show up. So I was able to see both my stakes, all the stats and everything. So if you're not seeing anything, just let it sit there. And it took almost 5 minutes and then it showed up. So hopefully that will clear up some confusion or some people that are worried that they can't see it. Hopefully it's not gone. Once you have that confirmation that it's there, you can sleep easier at night.
Yeah, that's true. It's 100% there. I had the same issue the other week. I think we spoke about it briefly. We had the same issue I had the same issue the other week, and yeah, it was like it just looked like it had all disappeared, and I was like, oh my god, all my valuable crypto has disappeared, and it's just like it gives you a bit of a shock, and then suddenly you realize actually it's all right. I looked on the Discord. And people were talking about it and they were saying, yeah, it's fine. And I think it was something to do with the Monero stuff going on. So, yeah, so all good. People are rolling in, which is good to see.
That's why you got to take security too so easily, because if you're, being lax with your stuff, look at how fast that can stress you out with your QUBIC. You stake your stuff, you come back and you can't see it on the website. Instantly, you get that feeling in your stomach. You start to panic. That's what happens if you get hacked, you get drained, and it just happens like that. And immediately your whole day's ruined. You're feeling completely different. So be careful. Always, with your security, try to use a separate device. Don't do stuff on a phone unless it's a crypto only phone. Never use other Wi-Fi's. Turn it off when you leave your house. Just simple things like that. Guys, these things are going to be so valuable in the future. Right now, it doesn't seem like much, but you look back in 10 years ago, what Bitcoin was at versus what it is now. If people knew the price, they would have treated it a lot differently back then. I promise you.
Yeah, very good point. Yeah. And yeah, security is something that we all need to take care, be careful with, because, it's so easy to get hacked. I got phished way back. And that was a really good lesson, actually. It was only for about $500, but it was a really, really good lesson I had. And that was all just from me being stupid and clicking on a silly link. But, people early to crypto, people that are new to crypto, rather, it can be very tempting. Somebody says, oh, here's an airdrop, click on this link. And then you click on it. And then suddenly you link your wallet up, a MetaMask or whatever. And then suddenly it's gone.
Yep.
And also within QUBIC, as the new protocols are coming in, just be careful at all times. Just double check, triple check, and don't always, if you are going to interact, don't always interact with a wallet that's, completely full of, your main bags. Just try and do it with ones with a smaller bag, and also just check where you're sending stuff to as well. It's just got to really go slow. I think that's the key, especially to start with. Well, even now I still go slow when I'm sending stuff and things like that, just because you don't want to make any errors, because it can be quite costly. So everybody's rolling in, Vibra, and we have a really good show on today. So I just want to say welcome, QUBIC friends and whole crypto family, because this is not just about QUBIC. Obviously, this is what we're talking about today, but we are inviting the whole of the crypto community to come and share some of this brilliant information that we're going to be presenting today. So yeah, thanks for coming and welcome to another episode of QStream, QUBIC's #1 weekly live stream show. We hope to be with you on this journey and rise with this great crypto project over the coming months and maybe even years if they want us to continue doing these. So it's Friday, the 26th of September 2025. We've got a great show for you today. In fact, what we plan to do this stream is make us all a load of free money. Yep, that's it's not, you know, it's not been tested yet. I've not actually done it yet, but I've got a feeling that after this, we're all going to learn how to mine. And yeah, we're going to be exploring mining and how we can do it on a home laptop and get ourselves some free tokens, free QUBIC tokens. And it was funny because I did a calculation today that even mining only $3 a day could be rewarding your future self with a huge payout. I think I worked it out that it was, if you mine $3 a day from now and you did that for a year and then the price went to 3 zeros and a 1, I think that works out to be about $78,000, which let's face it, is a huge payout. So we've got a very special guest today, a validator from the QUBIC mining network, Mr. Jetski. How are you, Jetski? He's sitting in the green room kind of thing at the moment. How are you, mate? Are you all right?
Hello guys, I'm good, and you?
Great, yeah, really happy to have you on. So as we said in the back in the backstage, we'll just go through some of the key items and then bring you in as the main item today. So we're really excited and really thankful to have you on. So appreciate your time. So QStream, just for anybody that doesn't know, is hosted by myself, Revo, and my co-host Vibra. We are both invested into QUBIC and here for the long-term prize of adoption, and then hopefully massive price increases. We both invest in different projects, as diversification is a good thing. But the focus of today is on QUBIC because it ticks every single box that a crypto project should. Nothing we say is financial advice, but for entertainment purposes only. However, we do also support anyone in the space that makes videos and is bullish on the project, because we know that the foundation of QUBIC, the founder and the team, we have full confidence in what they will achieve for us investors. Okay, so firstly, I'm going to make a call out for everyone to share this stream out and follow us both on X, and also subscribe to our YouTube channels. I mean, these things, I know a lot of YouTubers sort of say this, but they really do make a big difference. And we are trying to hit as many numbers as we can, not just for the sake of numbers, but obviously we are talking to people with a specific interest in crypto, and hopefully they can then take a look into QUBIC and make a decision like we have, and try and build our community even bigger. These streams are growing, and so important for the project to have live streamers. Even if the price has dipped, that is completely irrelevant. When you have a good product, you need to have belief and knowledge that the price is usually just a short-term emotional reaction, and in fact the perfect time for smart money to enter. And talking of smart money, I had real good fun last night trying to get a good price, and I was not alone trying to get a good price. There was a lot of people trading last night, and yeah, I was quite a happy bunny because I bagged quite a few tokens for a cut price, which is great. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to share my screen, and then we will go through the agenda. Just going to set it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so to get going, so I just want to say something. There are people that actually help us behind the scenes, and we do have a marketing wallet that we, if anybody feels that they want to try and help us improve our reach, shall we say, we can then give some of these people that help us, whether it's linking up their accounts or whatever, we can give them some of them marketing tokens, which would be absolutely brilliant. So we'll share that in a bit. I don't know if you've got it. If you've got that account, Vibra, could you stick it in the chat if you've got it? If not, we'll sort it out later. No No, I don't have it with me at the moment, but I can do it if I can click around, but I can't really click or do two things at once. So yeah, and also again, we're getting quite a lot of you sharing the stream, which is absolutely brilliant. So we actually got it shared by the main QUBIC account today. We were hoping they were going to come in and link up live, but as yet, I'm just wondering if right, okay, he's seen it, so I'm hoping that he can link it up live, which would be absolutely brilliant, because being exposed to 80 to 90,000 of the main account viewers would make a huge impact on the watchers watching in, which would be brilliant. So, but those of you that are on the stream now, if you don't mind, just quickly share it to all your followers. That would be absolutely brilliant. Whether you do it via the YouTube link, share the YouTube, or share the X profile. The X is probably easier if you're watching on X, which I think at the moment most people are watching on X. So if you can just share it, that would be absolutely brilliant. Even if you've only got 100, 200, 300 followers, that's brilliant, because your followers are not going to be all of the ones that I follow, or vice versa. So, you know, let's get it out, share it out, especially if you're in the QUBIC project already. It's an absolute no-brainer to get the word out there. So we're going to click into the next slide, which is the usual. I've tried to kind of vary it a little bit, but the message really of trying to figure out what actually is QUBIC. So I've kind of made a chart here. I've kind of changed it. I presented this chart before, but it's just trying to show you the vastness of the QUBIC project. So from the top, we'll go clockwise. You can see there at the top, you can see it's feeless, so free to send. And imagine that as a currency that is actually free to send. So if I need to send anything to Vibra or anybody else, I don't get charged anything to send it. So we can just keep sending it all day. And imagine, you know, if you did need to do a high amount of transactions for whatever reason, QUBIC is free to send. So I think that's a real big thing that sometimes gets overlooked. So the next one, if we look to the right, we can also see that there's a smart contract IPO model, and I've put in brackets, it just means that there's no rubbish contracts. So all of the contracts are going to be passed by the team. So like, for example, you know, you see on some of these, you know, you see on Solana or Ethereum, there's just so much absolute trash out there. And, you know, some of it's going to be all right, but some of it's going to be absolute trash. Whereas with regards to QUBIC, there's no rubbish contracts. All the contracts have been agreed before they've actually gone through to the IPO, and then they go through to an IPO stage, which is absolutely fantastic. Then if we go down to the next bubble, you can see that the experience, founder and team. So we've got CFB, who I've put here, Bitcoin, Monero, IOTA, NXT, and probably other stuff that he's been involved in as well, and obviously QUBIC as well. So he's the founder of QUBIC. But I genuinely think, from some of our research that we've already done in other streams, I just think that without this guy, crypto is going to look a lot different. Okay, all the tech and stuff like that he's pumped into it, but also let's not forget the team as well. You know, we've got some really key people, like we've got some key AI people and scientists that are working together, and they've already brought us Anna, who is now live, and she is AGI born, so she's absolutely brand new. And then if you go to the bubble below, you can see the model is a useful proof of work, which basically means there's just a massive amount of excess compute power for Agarth and mining. So currently QUBIC is mining Monero, and is also planning to mine Doge as well, which I think is going to be a fantastic marketing tool. And from my Q&A with CFB, the main reason for mining Monero is not to attack it, not to do anything dark to it, but it's just simply to make some money out of it. That's it. And the money that they've been making is quite considerable. I think it's about 290k a week, something like that, which is brilliant. Then if we go round, the next bubble on is it's the fastest blockchain in crypto, literally the fastest. And you know, as I'm reading some of these out, I'm almost like thinking to myself, you know, how on earth is this a 185 million market cap? You know, I think that's absolutely wild. So anybody that's like in, you know, looking into this project afresh today, you know, you are really going to get a bargain if you bag some of these today. And I'm not bullish enough, I don't think, at times, because we kind of get used to some of these brilliant things. There's other projects out there that are kind of a much lesser tech and activity, and you know, and they're a much higher price. So you know, read into that how you will. The next one along, the next bubble along, is oracles. So these oracles are just going to be interacting with data outside of the protocol, and they're just going to be like making it so efficient. We are going to do a stream on that to get a better understanding of oracles, but just if you want to check out what oracles are, just go on to, you know, one of these LLM AI models and just type in what are oracles, and it'll give you detailed information on that. Then we've got Agarth. Agarth is the AI wing, which is AGI. So I made a post a few days ago, it might have been today, I can't remember. I make so many posts online, that basically Anna, which is the AGI bot on X, if she becomes alive properly and grows intelligence, she is going to make all, and I mean all, other AIs obsolete. You know, it's going to be like I don't even know what to compare it with, but it's going to be like, you know, can you remember one of them, I don't know, one of them internet companies, I don't know, MySpace or something like that? You know, 1 minute they're there, and then next minute they're just completely wiped out by the next newer, better thing. But I think the thing is with AGI, I think once it's landed and people can actually build on it, I think it's going to go absolutely crazy. And that is why I know Vibra doesn't like talking market cap, but I think that's why, for those that kind of follow market cap, I think that's how QUBIC can get to $1 trillion market cap, because the activity will just be so massive, and there'll be so many protocols built on it via the IPO model, and the bidding will get so high for some of these protocols that people think they're going to be making money out of, and it's just going to be a massive flywheel that's just going to shoot the price really high. So another thing that we've got here, just moving around the circles, the community is massive. You know, every time we do a stream, we're getting like, you know, I don't know how many we're going to get today, but we get in about 2,000 to 3,000, and then we get shares as well, which is absolutely brilliant. So a lot of eyes on this project, which is brilliant. And then the next one up, we've got mining, Monero, and then probably Doge as well. So I think these are just two good marketing things, as long as people don't use the word attack, because I don't think attack is the right word. We're not trying to take over anything, I don't believe, to have any dark ideas on. It's just more a case of making money. That's what it's about. Then the next thing is the last bubble here on the top left, is it runs on bare metal, and I think that's really important, especially as we move into this AI, you know, heavy intelligence kind of area within crypto, because you know, I think without having any operating system, there's no chance of it actually failing. And I think those that are running on an operating system are basically centralized, aren't they? So the whole idea of crypto, the best crypto, is to be decentralized. I think that's the key to it. I'm not saying that I'm not in any cryptos that are a little bit centralized, but I do believe that going forward in the future, I think decentralized is the way. So that's really a quick overview on what QUBIC is. Have you got anything to add on that, Vibra, or should we move on?
Yeah, like with the Dogecoin thing, CFB came out because people just are so stupid with the attacking Monero. There's more ROI. If you're a miner, you're here to make money. If you're mining Monero, if you're mining Litecoin, if your miner can mine X coins, and you're going to go with whatever one's most profitable. And it's more profitable to mine QUBIC. So why would anybody complain? It's the same exact thing. You're just making more money. So the people that were complaining and putting up all this FUD storm are criminals that actually steal people's power to mine QUBIC. When, you know, in the middle of the night, or corporations that aren't using their networks, they hack into them and they mine Monero for free. So it actually is just stealing, or it's shutting down criminals. So of course they have money that they didn't earn hard or didn't legitimately earn, so they can pay for all this spam and this FUD articles and the DDoS attacking. But now he was come out and saying, like, you know, Dogecoin is next. You know, this was fun. It was a test, but Dogecoin actually has a community that will bring a lot more attention. So he's got such, you could tell he's always thinking down the road, thinking for the future. And he's thought of all the problems in crypto with all the projects he's launched in the past. With IOTA, he was 10 years ahead of his time. It's now starting to be used when AIs need to communicate with each other. And potentially Monero, him being the founder, allegedly, still there's a bounty for that to be cracked. It's still the best privacy coin out there, still ahead of its time. So he's been working on QUBIC and thinking about it since what, 1999, 2000-ish. And I just you can't fade a founder, guys. You have to ignore their low IQ FUD out there. I've come to realize is very bullish. If you're in a project and there's no one out there saying dumb things that if you do 10 minutes of research, you can disprove all of it. If there's not the little people out there doing that, that to me is kind of a red flag now, because that means nobody is scared of your project. You're not a threat to anybody, but someone that's a threat, you're going to attack. And that's why QUBIC is being attacked so much. And it's still very hard to get too. You know, if you're in the United States, you don't have a VPN, it's hard to get. You got to use shady exchanges. You got to download wallets and write down 55 letters. It's still very, you know, time consuming and for advanced users. So once we get some tier 1 listings, you know, OKX, I think, is in process or something. So once we start getting listings and they have a wrapped version on Ethereum where people can just go to Uniswap and get it, that's going to be massive. So this is the time to buy into projects when they're down at the bottom. In a year or two from now, you know, it's so fast how things turn around. You know, when I first got into QUBIC, I never thought I would get to 1 billion coins because it was $11,000 at the time. And now it dropped all the way down to $1,500 for 1 billion. So it was a blessing for me. And it's going to go back to these prices. And we can't control the macro, all the nonsense that's going around the world, the, you know, just wars and chaos everywhere. But we cut rates. That means money, you know, is going to leave capital markets eventually. And we're going to turn risk on very soon. It's inevitable. You know, a couple more rate cuts to end the year. I just think this is we've been saying it for a long time, but I just do not see how we go past November without just running like crazy. So use these times to add to positions that you believe in.
Yeah, 100%. And it was interesting you were saying about the, you know, Doge and Monero. I mean, I was actually thinking, you know, with Monero, if some of their community wasn't so negative, it would have actually been an opportunity as an advertising. You know, it's almost like, you know, when I was looking at Monero, I was like, actually, when we started mining Monero, I was like thinking, actually, I'm thinking about getting a bag in this. Actually, I quite like this. So it brought eyes onto them. But the way that I think some of them saw it was like negative onto QUBIC, but maybe that will turn around at some point when they start, because obviously all the people behind that are obviously investors. And you know, Sergey CFB, he's one of the early people in crypto, very early people in crypto. So you know, he's not in it for the wrong reasons, and you can see with the QUBIC project anyway. So I just think with these things, it's just bringing an eye on to all these different things. I mean, I don't think I can see myself being interested to buy Doge, but I can definitely see there's going to be millions of people that are going to be thinking, hey, what is this QUBIC? You know, especially if the market cap's tiny, how are they actually able to be mining this? And that's how I would be looking at it. You know, if I was a Monero guy, and a Monero Maxi or something, and I was like, how the hell is this $185 million project able to do this to us? This has got some serious tech guys behind it, you know. And that's my mentality. That's how I'd be looking at it. And then I would be probably delving into the detail of QUBIC and thinking, okay, I need to get a bag. I might not be saying it publicly, but I need to get a bag of it. That's how I'd be looking at it. Anyway, let's get on to the stats. So the stats are looking really good. So just taking you down quickly, we look at my X profile is rising slightly. Vibra's X profile is also rising. You got my YouTube, which is going up. So I'm not losing subscribers. That's always a good thing. Vibra's is looking very good, 3,100. QUBIC main account. This is what I'm saying. You see, they've shared it, but 96,000 people could be watching it live on their stream. So we need to make sure this is happening, guys. You know, because I think it's just such a trick that we're missing. If we don't start doing things like this, it's like basically mass marketing. And obviously, as long as the streamers are reputable, which are, you know, obviously us guys are on QStream, and we've got good guests and we've got a good program, then we should be as QUBIC working as a bit of a team and just sharing. If there's other good streams, fine, share them as well. But we should be doing it on a regular basis. We're definitely missing out on a trick. 96,000 people they've got. Anna Agarth is going up. I think she's still about just under 7,000 people, which I find quite funny. And then the last week's QStream numbers were about 3,000, so which was quite good. And then 2,500. Not sure if it's like a holiday there around the world or not, but the numbers are a bit less today. But let's see. Hopefully they'll pick up as we move on to the stream. QUBIC Discord 60,549. Wallet numbers about 477,000. And price, I put here, price is 502, but it's gone down a little bit. But at these levels, it's kind of irrelevant, to be fair. Looking at the price again, it dropped since I took this clip. But then I put some questions here. So this is how you got to look at it. Is QUBIC in a better position than at inception? Forget about the price. Better position, I would say yes. Is the community still here? Yes. Is the on-chain activity growing? Yes. Is there developer interest? Yes. Could be more though, to be fair. Are key milestones being hit? I think so. Are exchange listings growing? Yes. And maybe that, obviously we're talking about the OKX. That's coming, and that's a really good exchange, that is, by the way. Is it a good investment? I think so, yes. Is there a good founder and team? Yes. Has it got potential? Yes. Is the tech good? Yes. Is it going to be a 200 million market cap, or potential for this to grow to 1 billion, 500 billion, and 1 trillion or more? Yes, to all of those. Obviously, you know, some people can't quite see it. I saw a post on X, and they were having a go at one of the guys that makes some videos for QUBIC, and he was getting bullish, and they were like kind of like having a go at him for being over bullish, and I was like, it's just so ridiculous, you know, because it's just his opinion. You know, if you're streaming about something, of course you're going to be bullish about it because you're really interested in the project. You know, I'm not going to be bullish on something that I'm not going to be interested in or I've not got an investment in. But I'm going to say now, I think this project can get to 1 trillion market cap. I do. And I think also when people are looking at the current supply, you know, when we've got many things being built on it, you know, we can easily chop into that supply. You know, the supply is not always going to be 125 trillion. It could be 50 trillion, for example. It could be less. It depends. You know, if you're getting massive amount of projects being built on it and an IPO for each of those, and people are like, yeah, I'm going to bet, like, I don't know, maybe the IPOs are going to be like 1,000, you know, out of the 676 shares, people might be betting like $1,000 for each share. You know, it could get really high if they think they're going to make money out of it, because it's passive income, you see. Anyway, there's my rant over. So what else have I got? Oh yeah, here. So if this is if Anna is AGI, so if this is true AGI, I think it will send shockwaves throughout the world. Literally all phones will ring. And that was one of CFB's comments about all phones ringing. And I think it's kind of a business kind of phrase that, you know, literally it will go absolutely crazy. And I think this will send the QUBIC price into the trillions of dollars as market cap and spawn millions of apps as developers and companies see the opportunity to build on QUBIC, and they will all need QUBIC to build on the QUBIC AGI. And that's the thing that you've got to remember. It's all integrated.
But to even use it, like for users to use it, you're going to need QUBIC. If you want to use some of the whatever I don't know what it's going to be called, AI Garth, you know, in the future, you want to use it, you have to own and hold some QUBIC. So that and guys, it's deflationary too. That's the thing. You know, when there's going to be a lot of people scrambling and they're very selective about what projects they want launching here. They're not just, they don't want garbage here in this ecosystem. So the more and more quality projects that launched, it's a small world in the dev world. So people talk behind the scenes. So as more things start launching here and we become clearly one of the front runners that has a long-term vision, not just some of these like GPU out here, this crypto that I bought at like 4 cents, it ran up to $3-4, and all they did was put NVIDIA on the website. We use NVIDIA chips, and the price pumped to all hell, and it's literally just vaporware. It's never going to have a future. And that's where we are in crypto right now. And it will change. And I've been here long enough to know this is opportunity. When you find something and it's clear that there's something going on, they're building on it, and they have a roadmap for the future, you can't even look at the price.
Yeah, completely agree. And, you know, I check it every day. I check Anna. And if anybody wants to, if you're not aware of what Anna is it's almost like a newborn baby. And she is on X. You can find her at Anna_Agarth. That's AIGARTH. And I just find it really intriguing at the moment because you know, she's actually made, people are like basically going on there and giving her very simple equations. Most people are. And she's coming back with a lot of, you know, sort of guesses, and she's literally trying to learn. And there have been, there was a stream of about 7 or 8 questions, mathematical questions that she got right. And that absolutely blew my mind. Because some of those were kind of like the equivalent of, I spoke to my lad and I said, what age would you do those kind of calculations? And he was like, probably about 11. And I was like thinking, wow, this is like, you know, if this is starting to get intelligence in some respects of about 11-year-old, it's not going to be long before she gets all of those calculations right. You know, maybe in a few months, every time we send her a quick calculation, potentially they might be right, and then suddenly we take it to the next level. And I'm waiting for that to happen. And I think when that does happen, I literally think is going to change everything. I think all LLMs are going to just be obsolete, because at the moment, like I was searching on, I can't remember the project that I use, that the LLM that I use to search stuff nowadays. I just treat it as a bit of like a Google. It's a bit more, it's almost like an intelligent Google, but it's not thinking. And this is what this is. So Anna is like a thinking AI. It's just a complete different intelligence to the LLMs. And it's pretty exciting. And I think when it actually takes off, I think we're all going to be, well, I think even I'm going to be shocked. Even though I'm expecting it, I'm still going to be shocked, you know, when I'm asking it like complex things and suddenly it's coming back to me and maybe like, you know, helping me trade and, you know, helping me live my life. And, you know, it's just going to, I think it's just going to be so brilliant. But I think also once she really starts to learn, I think she's going to start to learn some deep things about science and all kinds of other things, you know. So it's going to be magnificent.
She's going to help us trade crypto too. Well, that's one thing they want her to be, for you to be able to say, hey, yeah, what's the price of this crypto going to be in the future? Or, you know, what should I invest in? When should I buy? And supposedly she's going to hopefully help us out.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen. And you know what? I read somewhere that there was that she or QUBIC had already developed a trading bot, and that it was accurate. But I've looked around and I couldn't find anything. So I'm not sure, unless there was something in the GitHub documents that I've not seen yet. I saw something like that and I was like, wow, where is it? I'd love to get my hands on that. Yeah, it's going to be absolutely amazing. And then obviously it's going to, because it's built on such a brilliant platform, this is where it's going to be able to grow within this brilliant platform. And I think that's the difference that you'll find. So now we're on to our main item, and we've got our special guest waiting patiently. Thanks very much, Jet Ski, for coming on in. And I'm just going to go through some of the stuff about QUBIC, the general stuff about QUBIC and its mining, stuff that I got off the web and what have you. And then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to look at some mining. So how we can, as individuals, go off from today and hopefully mine some of our own QUBIC, which, I'm not going to lie. I'm really, I'll do anything to get some more QUBIC and grow my bags. And if I can get even like a few quid a day, even a few dollars worth a day, I would be very, very happy. If it's just a case of leaving my computer running and seeing if I've got a powerful enough computer. But we'll talk about that in a moment, some of the detail. But I'm just gonna read some of this out. For anybody that doesn't know, I'll be honest with you, I don't really know a lot about mining QUBIC myself, because I'm just really, the main thing for me is I'm just kind of a standard investor. That's the main thing. I have been involved in a couple of projects and stuff like that before, but the main thing is just being an investor. So let's look at mining QUBIC, or QUBIC mining. So QUBIC mining is the process of validating transactions and securing the QUBIC network. It's a decentralized platform that uses a unique consensus mechanism called quorum-based computations. And this is, I've got a list here of a simplified explanation, but it probably is not going to be that simplified for some people, and some bits of it for me as well, to be fair. So the first thing, I've done here we go, I've made it bigger. So the first thing is nodes and computers. So instead of traditional miners, QUBIC uses computers, and they are special nodes to process transaction and computations. There are exactly 676 computers in the network, and we have one that we're talking to today. Second thing, quorum consensus. So computers work together to reach quorum. A quorum is a majority agreement, which is typically 451 out of 676 to validate transactions or to execute smart contracts. This replaces energy-intensive mining like Bitcoin. In fact, I think this quorum was used also to pass our proposal, which we're really grateful for. We did really well, actually. So obviously we got quite a lot of backing from the computers, which was great. But, you know, as I've said before, live stream is imperative to a really good crypto project, you know. The third thing, proof of work with AI. So it's obviously useful proof of work. To become a computer, a node must solve complex AI-based computational tasks, e.g. training neural networks. This proof of work ensures only capable nodes participate, and it's less energy intensive than traditional crypto mining. And the next, number 4, is rewards. Computers earn QUBIC tokens, Qs, for successfully validating transactions or performing computations. The rewards are distributed based on their contribution to the network. 5. Staking and voting. To participate, users can stake QUBIC tokens to vote for computers. The top 676 nodes with the most votes become active computers for a period called an epoch, which is about a week. Number 6, energy efficiency. Unlike Bitcoin's mining, QUBIC's AI-based tasks aim to be useful, e.g. for scientific computations, making the process more environmentally friendly. In short, QUBIC mining involves running a node, solving AI-based tasks to become a computer, and earning rewards by helping validate transactions and computations through majority agreement. So that's an overview of mining within QUBIC. So today we've got a special guest on called Jetski. Jetski is a computer, and yeah, he's involved in mining, and he's involved in validating the system. So I just want to introduce Jetski to you guys. Thanks for coming, Jetski. Really appreciate it. And maybe we can start by me asking you, what's it like being a comp? What's it like being a comp? And I've said here the good, the bad, ugly, and I'm sure there's going to be pressures as well that you've got. So tell us all about what being a comp is all about.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to not be too much complex. So in QUBIC, there's two things. There's the providers, it's us, the computers, and there's the miner. So the computer will get money by providing the network to everyone, and we get the reward of the quality that we provide. So QUBIC, it work on bare metal machine. That means there's no OS. It's a hardware. We have to upload the Wi-Fi on the hard drive, and all QUBIC is running on the RAM, the memory. So the good and the bad is the stability of the core network. So the core node. So it's a UEFI, so there's no lot of optimization than the OS can have. So it means the like a memory leak is over. The node freeze, and you have to switch to a different server, or you're gonna lose reward because you're not providing people the transaction, the voting. So that's the bad, and you have to always optimize the core node, find what works better, have redundancy, and watch that no node go down, or all your revenue is gonna go down, and you don't want that. But it's fun.
Okay, so you as a computer, because there's some things that you sometimes hear in the community, like, oh, the price has gone down because the comps are selling. Is that true, or is that a necessity of being a comp? Because obviously you're going to have your bills. If you've got a load of you know, software and stuff like that going, you need to pay, you know, for doing it, don't you? It's a full-time job, I take it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is a full-time job. There's I mean, probably all of the pools, they have people that is their job to maintain the node, so that's the cost. They probably sell to pay the cost. In my hand, I have a few computers, so I don't have that much cost that a different pool can have. Then me, I'm someone that I want to provide the best and help miners, but I'm not like a company like other pools can be. So yeah, they probably have a lot of costs. But I don't think the ceiling is by them. I mean, you talk about the Jeep or no, it's probably big farms and maybe a mix of them too. I have no idea.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting, because I always think to myself, because at the moment, I mean, obviously I'm a small investor, but I'm thinking every single cubic I get hold of, I just build. I'm just stacking. But I'm wondering, obviously, if I was doing it in a, you know, if I was mining, say for example, and I had a bit of an operation going here, and I needed to pay for electricity and bills, and maybe, I don't know, if I've got staff or something like that, then that might be a different story. I might have to then sell some and then like this, but I didn't know how it worked from your perspective, because is it a case of, are you thinking like me, just stack as many as you can because you're thinking like me that it's going to go up massively at some point in the next couple of years?
Me, I stack the most because I trust in the tech. QUBIC, you need to know that you don't need miner to run all only computers. We can run the network. You can send transaction without any miners. In QUBIC, there's these the computers that maintain the network and be able to make transaction, and this is the useful proof of work. And this is there's two phases of it. There's the international computation and the external computation. So the internal is the AI training. That's when we build neural network and then submit to the network. So after it's saved and used by CFB. And there's the external phase. So that was the ideal last year. There's the like every 676 tick there's mining, and after that there's again the same number of tick, but for the external that is ideal before and right now Monero.
I see. So from what you're saying, it sounds like it's not just straightforward. There's a little bit of work that you have to put into it. It's not just sit back there and watching the queues come into your account. There's a bit of work to it. Yeah.
Well, right now I think everyone has a good software and easy to use, so you can just mine and stack the most and sell when you want.
Mm-hmm.
But I think miner they have nothing to do except learn QUBIC because it's really complex. I remember it took me like maybe 5 months to understand QUBIC.
So your background, are you like a developer before that? Were you into software or anything like that? What led you to being involved with QUBIC?
So me, I have some AI background in the neural network, Quantum as well, and I start to be in the computer science for like really like 2 years now, not 3 years. I just learn like that and just try and fail.
Marvelous. And a bit of a personal question: is it very profitable being a comp?
Well, you pay all the cost, and it give you enough to make it to put it to work.
Nice. Now, so I'm pretty sure that, including me and Vibra, we're all pretty greedy for some of this QUBIC. I've never mined before. Well, I've done a bit of mining here and there, but not anything like mining as in like the technical mining. So what we're going to ask you today is just like as a complete newbie, and I bet there's loads of people on this call that are like thinking, This could be interesting. How do we actually go about getting some of these free cubics, and can we do it on just a normal computer?
So after it will depend of your goal. If you want to just report the network, because you like the project and want to contribute to the area training too, you can just put like a simple computer, and maybe you're gonna make maybe a good laptop. You might make maybe per day maybe 20 cents, something like that. I don't know. But if you really want to contribute, you need to buy some hardware like AMG, the CPU. You're gonna get one rig for like 1,000, and after you're gonna make some money from it.
So $1,000, you buy a rig for $1,000, and you can. And how much would you make per day from that?
I think last epoch it was 80 cents. 80
So
cents.
80 cents a day.
Yeah, depends the price. It might be one euro, 120. Depends.
Okay. So are we able to? Because I'm quite interested to explore it because the thing is, when I'm looking at QUBIC at the moment, QUBIC, as we all understand, is a very, very low price at the moment. So when I was doing some workings out, I actually worked out on $3 a day. So it's more than, obviously the 80 cents that you're talking about. But I was looking at it and I was like thinking, if you worked it out and how do you have to run the computer 24/7, or can you switch it off or anything like that? Or is it got to be running like all the way through?
I mean, if you want to make the most money, then yeah, you have to let it all the time. If you just mine like for fun, you can come, leave, and come and.
Okay, yeah. Because the thing is, like, when I'm at my computer, it's literally from about kind of, or at least within the space that I'm at, is literally, let's say about 7 till 7 p.m., 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. Then I would be switching it off. But what I'm actually interested in doing is actually seeing how we can actually go about mining for ourselves. And are you able to give us instructions of how to do that?
It will depend the OS. If you're on Windows, you have a Windows miner, Linux miner.
Well, I think do the Windows to start with. If you've got it, have you got Windows?
Yeah, I can show you.
Yeah, let's have a look, and I'm going to take notes as well because I like the idea of it.
The thing that I like of mining too is that I think it should be improved in the world right now is the how you call that, the heater. Right now, I mean, the sun winter is cold, and we just waste electricity in wasting how do you call that, heat. When you can put your computer, it's gonna provide you heat, and you get money from it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'll tell you now where I am now. It gets really cold in this room, so
Yeah,
I mean that would probably work out quite well for me, to be fair.
Me, for example, in my parents' house, before they were using a heater, and they were always complaining of the bill. And I put my rig, I put like a wall of 10 CPU on it, and they get warm the whole winter, and they have nothing to pay.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. So it's a 2-in-1. I like that. So we're not just a useful proof of work. We're a very, very useful proof of work.
It is.
Let's have a look. Anyway, let's see if we can have a look and see if we can explore it, because I'm going to give it a go at some point and just see. And I just think, if there was free, even if it was a small amount of cubics hitting my account every day, I think that's going to be quite interesting. And you never know, it could lead to me doing even more. But anyway, I don't want to run before I don't want to run before I can walk. So let's have a look, see what you've got.
Okay, I share my screen. I don't know if you
Yeah,
can see
share your screen. Yeah, please.
Can you see it?
Can't see at the moment. Oh, do I need to do anything? Do I need to click on anything? Is Vibra there? He's the techie guy here. I'm just wondering if I need to.
I'm here.
Do I need to unshare?
You gotta take your, yeah, you have to unshare yours.
Okay. Let me just unshare then. Do I do that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then
So
right down at the bottom, he's got to hit that plus share present screen.
Yeah, right. Okay, Jetski, you've got to then click present screen. Can you see it? And then search for your page wherever it might be.
Present share screen. All right.
What I'm going to do is just move us.
And the Revo's got to pull it up for you.
Yeah, I see some
Once
people
it's,
making fun of me because I'm French in the chat.
You know what? I wish I could speak another language. Can they? Do I need to then click add to stage?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that correct? Yes.
My bad, it's on my vertical screen. Okay, so if you want to start mining, you have to go on this page. That's the GitHub of the pool.
So hold on. Let's just start. Let's just.
Can you zoom in on that a little bit, bro? Or no? Can you make it a little bigger, your screen? It's just tough to see.
Let me see if I can switch screen.
Could you read that, Revo, or is it small for you too?
It is quite small, but what I did, I just largened my screen, so I just largened my own screen rather than looking at it.
Oh, I should be better right now. Can you guys see it?
Let's have a look. That's better. Yeah, I can see
there
that.
We
yeah,
go.
I've just made my screen bigger. So tell me about what this page is then. This is so we'd have to go to this page, would we, Jetski?
Yeah, you have to go to connect.jetskipool.ir. It's gonna redirect you to the GitHub of the pool here. So here you have everything to connect. You have the Discord server, the pool dashboard is here. So this one, you have the XMR hash rate of the QUBIC network. Is here you have all the computers in QUBIC and to who they belong. And after you have the pool dashboard. So here it's all my miners that is mining right now. And the feature of the pool is that everything is public, all the stats. So you want to start mining, so you have to go to release. I just released a new miner like 2 days ago. So you're gonna take the Windows one here.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Then you extract. Then you're gonna have a folder like that.
Yeah.
And you just have to launch the QGSK miner. I just released that one like 2 days ago. I have mine running before. So okay, it's like that.
Okay.
So here you have the network state, the network metrics, the pool and network. Right now it's ideal, and there's like 100 hours left. So here you put your wallet. You put your wallet here, your worker name. Yeah, I'm gonna put like a worker name. You put the number of your CPU threads. If you don't know, you can go to the task manager. You go into performance, and you're gonna see here I have 32. So you put 32, or if you want it to be more easy, put 0. It's gonna take all of them. And that's it. You take PPLNS, CPU mining, you click, GPU mining, I have a GPU so I can click, QXMR mining, you click, and here is the new feature that I put. So during the idle, the GPU right now, if you don't put something else to mine, they're gonna do nothing during the idle phase. And that one is gonna find the most profitable coins to mine, anything, and it's gonna load the miner to it, and all the coins you mine is gonna be converted in QUBIC in the next payout.
And it goes
you
straight
just,
into your wallet, does it?
yeah, at the end of epoch, you're gonna receive your PPLNS payout, the QUBIC payout, your QXMR payout, and the auto eDealing payout in QUBIC. And you click, and that's it. It's mining.
Is that it? Is that easy? It's that easy, is it? So that's if we're mining, and that's under your pools, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So just to let everybody know, there are other pools as well. I've put the word out. If any of those other computers want to come on and talk about their pools, they're free to do it. I did put a word out, but yeah, there wasn't a massive amount of people who wanted to come forward. So don't think I'm not being fair. I'm literally talking to Jetski because Jetski kindly offered to come and show us. Now, so say for example, after today, if there was like all of these, like we've got well over 1,000 people watching. If all of them wanted to mine, have you got spaces for everybody?
Yeah, no space for everybody, of course.
Oh right, okay. So it's unlimited, is it?
Sorry, what?
Is it unlimited? Unlimited space for, so say for example,
Yeah,
if there was like,
it is unlimited. After the thing that computer we manage, we have to put the most solution per ID. So here I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put my ID. So all of this is my computers, my ID computers. Here you have their ranking, their ranking. And if you have ID after the ranking 676, you're not gonna get the computer reward. So you have to be sure you have enough score to be in the ranking, and that you have that you split your solution across the max on the max IDs. So yeah, but it's more complicated. It's something I can talk for like an hour. The computer.
so there are 676 computers. How many
Yeah.
of those do you own?
Right now I have 7 right now. I can push to 9 this epoch.
Okay. So you could potentially be 9 out of the 676. And how many miners are going into your pools?
Right now here 1,700.
So that's 1,701 individual people.
No, that's computer online. People, I think we are 600 wallet.
Wow. And that's just for you, 600 wallets.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
All of
Well,
that.
you're definitely. I'm going to give it a go after this stream, not right now, because I probably need to take a little bit of time to go back over what you said. I'm going to give it a go. So you'll see my name, Revo, at some point, hopefully, join in. I don't know if you're going to give it a go, Vibra. I know Vibra is not really. He's not really. I don't think he's overly into his mining, but I just think it'll be fun to give it a go, see how the system works. And
so here, the wallet that you put, in the miner, you're gonna come back on the pool page, and you're gonna post your wallet here, and then you have your start. You see that this guy you get one solution, and the ideal of that is gonna get just an estimated that's gonna be paid in the payout section here. I see. Wow, we mined a long time.
Okay, and anybody that is interested to do this, are you available to discuss on Discord and X?
Yeah, on Discord, I all of my miners.
Okay, right. Okay, because I hope everybody that's watching here now, go and join the Discord. There's so much information on there, so yeah, please go and help yourself out there. If anybody needs a link, I can send it. But this is really, I tell you what, this is really, really interesting, isn't it? So if you had a little setup, I wonder how much it would cost for electricity running one per day. Have you worked it out?
My one CPU is taking 140 watt. So 140 watt we pay, let's say, 15 cents.
Mhm.
It's gonna cost you 50 cents to run it
per day
per day.
for
Yeah.
24 hour. Yeah. So you're kind of looking at maybe tightish margins, but I think I'm gonna give it a go. I've actually got a laptop to the side of me. I need to check it, but I think it's it's not like a massively powerful one, but I think it's got quite good hardware. So I might give it a try on there just for fun and get set up.
Yeah,
And even if
right now that the price is low, some big farms, they're gonna leave, and you're gonna make more QUBIC because there's gonna be less computer on the network.
oh really? Oh really? Okay. So are you just with your mining, are you just mining QUBIC or are you mining other stuff as well?
So right now I use the AI miner that I released. So you have QUBIC, QXMR, and the auto ideal for the GPU.
Oh right. Okay. Okay.
And everything is converted in QUBIC.
Everything is converted into QUBIC, so payments are all into QUBIC.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh wow, that's fascinating. Okay, well yeah, I'm going to definitely give it a go when I get a chance. Hopefully over the weekend, I'm going to see if I can. I'm going to see if I can follow your instructions, and then set myself up and see if I can. I'll report back, and if I start to make big, I might buy a few. I might buy some other computers and just have a big. I might have a big setup. Is there anybody that you know that's got like literally like loads of computers, just like trying to get like 20 computers in the room going at the same time? Is that how it works? Is that how to make money?
Yeah, the most you make. Me, I remember when I was doing my school, my college, I had like a big rig next to my bed, and I was like sweating my ass all day in this in this room.
That's nice. But it's when it's cut when all the tokens are coming in, it's like free money, isn't it? Can you imagine some of those early Bitcoin miners? Do you think they were thinking the same? Do you think they've got the same mentality as what we have now with QUBIC? Like, when you're looking at QUBIC, do you see this QUBIC and think at the moment it's 5 zeros and 1 4? Do you see a time that it's going to be like, what you're mining is going to be the equivalent of maybe 1 cent or even more? Do you think there's going to be a time where this is going to be like a Bitcoin moment, early Bitcoin moment?
Yeah, I think we saw that before like 2 years ago in QUBIC, and right now we're gonna see it again with Agart. So yeah.
And
Well, early.
and also being involved in this side of things yourself, are there any is there any like kind of alpha that you can share with us about things that you're aware of internal with the project and things like that you're really bullish on?
So I did work a lot on the Monero integration on the network. So right now, all the share that you mine on Monero, they go to your miner to the pool, and to the pool they go to the QUBIC node, and then they go to the dispatcher. The dispatcher is a computer that runs the Monero pool. So all your share they pass by the QUBIC network. I think that's pretty crazy that what they build. And the goal of this proof of concept is to have a template that we can deploy for something else, like maybe a company that need power, so we can outsource our power to them, to anyone. That's the main project.
Offer power.
Yeah, outsource power. Monero, in fact,
Right.
it's not like there's no I think we have no interest in Monero. What we wanted to do is to build a template that we can deploy for anything that can allow everyone to outsource our power to something else during the idle phase.
Yes.
That was the main goal.
Do you know what? There's a company that I was interested in a while ago. I don't know if it's called GPU or something like that, but that's their core business model, is just literally going to be letting companies and projects tap into their power. So basically QUBIC at some point can be like just have so much power that we can basically sell it to people. Is that what we're looking at?
Yeah, outsource the power during the idle phase. That's the main goal of the proof of concept.
Wow, that is big.
That's
big
why
claim.
right now. That's why right now they are building the Oracle, and those machines they will watch the. How can I explain this? They're gonna watch the. I mean, they're gonna verify the. Okay, how can I say it? How can I say this? They're gonna watch. Okay, I don't know what to say it.
That's all right. Don't worry. I think we kind of get the gist.
They're gonna be the monitor that will respect that each computer. Okay, let me think. They're gonna watch the computers, how much work they provide to the outsourcing computing phase. That's the main goal. Then after we can deploy it to anything else, and we're gonna have those validators that check what work is done.
Wow. I tell you what,
But
this
it's development,
project is
so
blowing my mind. You know, honestly, it's just like, I mean, it's like, I'm not really a deep techie person like yourself, but I'm getting it, and I'm learning bit by bit, by day, by week, and just some of this stuff is just blowing my mind because I'm looking at it as an investor. So every time you're talking or I'm hearing things, I'm like thinking to myself, right, okay, how is that going to translate into building a really huge project that's going to have so many outlets for money and people and things like that? It's absolutely massive, you know. And so for me, I'm just like thinking, wow, this is just an even icing on the cake, really. It's brilliant. Oracle machines,
so
yeah.
here we go. I find it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're gonna access information from outside world, and there are bridge between on-chain. Yeah, they're gonna be a different type of node. So the thing I wanted to show you is this: the outsourcing computing power, like the template that we can deploy to anything else.
Oh man, this is mad. I'm gonna have to study this sheet. This is crazy.
Yeah, it is complex.
It's complex, but it's like, you know, it's just like such a fantastic platform. And I think, you know, some people, you know, when they're looking at this project, they're just like, in many ways, looking at the very I don't know, they're not looking at it in the right way. They're looking at, it's, you know, taking it for granted almost, like, yeah, there's, you know, but I think the tech on it is just so good.
Yeah, it is a good and a bad. The good is that the technology is crazy, but the bad is that it's too complex that people they don't really understand it. And I think we're gonna have to. I think it's gonna get better when Agart is gonna be here. They're
Yeah.
gonna be like, how the hell that thing is here? Like, how is possible is here? So they're gonna get interested. They're gonna check all the work we made.
Yeah, but you know why I'm smiling? Because I'm looking at the price and I'm like thinking to myself, I'm learning this stuff, you see, because I'm, you know, people like Vibra and hopefully a lot of these people watching as well, we're pretty smart. And if you're smart enough, you can see that a lot of people are not aware of this stuff yet. So when you see a price, 5014 or whatever it is at the moment, you're thinking to yourself, this is so cheap. It's like
Exactly.
crazy cheap compared to what we're doing. I mean, you know, I think some of the projects that are like bigger market cap, you know, you look at Solana, there's a lot of activity, but it's just the tech is rubbish compared to what we've got here. And I think sometimes I don't think people realize it. But when they do realize it, it will be when some of these things that you're talking about actually start to take place and are reality. But what you're sort of saying is these are things that are coming into place, and these are things that happen. But I just think the tech is just so good, and I know that I've spoke to various people, Joe Tom and Dr. Sanchez, and I even did a Q&A with CFB, not techie questions mainly, but just, finding stuff out. And, we've got people, I mean, CFB, CFB's been in thinking about crypto since, I think it's 1999, something like that, way before even Bitcoin. And hey, talking of that, do you think that he is Satoshi?
I have no idea, to be honest. I know he's crazy guy. Like he's a big brain.
Yeah. Have
But
you
by
had
the way,
conversations with him yourself?
yeah, but just take things.
Yeah,
But the
yeah,
thing that you have to know too is that look at this. When do you think Cubic? Oh, what? When do you think Cubic was made? What
Are
date?
you asking me?
Yeah,
Well, this is the thing, you see. I think he was thinking about QUBIC like 25 years ago, I think.
yeah, in 2012.
Yeah,
That thing is on bad control.
I know. Just after he
And
left, Bitcoin.
and yeah, and you talk about it, inspired by Bitcoin.
Exactly. I mean, it all fits together. I mean, I, it's obvious. It's obvious. If say for example you were like a super brain, which he is, and you built Bitcoin, it's obvious the faults of Bitcoin. In fact, on the Q&A that I did, he knew the faults of Bitcoin. So he was just like, yeah, I've left that now. Bitcoin's interesting though. It was a good kind of initial start, and then obviously he moves on to other things, and I just hope I think QUBIC is really his passion.
Well, right now I think maybe 80, maybe 90 of the coins they are based on Bitcoin. The wallet, the node, the RPC to connect to pools, to mining is there's always like something from Bitcoin. Like Cubic is brand new. It's like brand new, right?
Yeah. And even with my simple mind, when I'm doing my initial chat, I'm trying to explain QUBIC to people, and I'm like saying things like, there's some things that I think people take for granted. It's the fastest, it's feelers, it's and also the security in it as well is immense. Because when I was looking at the white paper, I was like, literally every other page is like talking about security and potential this and that can happen, and how they've kind of counteracted all this. It's been it's been thought out, but this is not like somebody's first project, by any means. We obviously know about IOTA, we know about NXT, but this is somebody that's really been thinking about this and how to actually build, because the things with AI, when AI takes over and it becomes really, really intelligent, you need a very, very solid foundation. But I think what also I like about QUBIC is he's obviously knows about the fact that there's going to be people like me that are investors, and he's looking after me as well. So he's making sure that token is integrated, and for you as well as miners and computers, is integrated into everything in the protocol. Whereas sometimes you look at some projects and it's almost like they've got the project and then on the side they've got a token. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas this one is all integrated, and as an investor, that is like I think this is an investor's dream. But from what you said today, and looking at all the other stuff as well, if you add it all together, if this isn't going to be $1 trillion project, I will be surprised.
It's
And
gonna be one. It's gonna be one when there's gonna be a use case like AI on it. That's when people are gonna be like, wow. And it's gonna be too late to invest in it.
yeah,
The price is gonna go boom like that.
yeah. So, what do you think about Anna at the moment? Do you know anything about it, or have you been completely separate from that? But are you aware of Anna and everything that's going on with the AI now?
So the Agar team I don't have more information than anyone on it. I know that it's using the calculation thing that we saw on Twitter. I saw it improve, That's good. I said that right now they can. I see people made like four calcul, and the AI reply with 4 calcul too. But before it was like a dot or nothing. So it is improving, but I don't have really much information more
No,
right now.
no. I just didn't know if you were like, behind the scenes, you might be like,
No, I wish.
somebody contacts you and says, Jet Ski, you're not going to believe it. It's born, it's happening, the brain is growing, that kind of thing. I'm really desperate to get David Vivanchos on.
Yeah, maybe later. Right now, all my focus is on to provide the easiest platform to mine to everyone. That's why I made the Windows miner, or the Linux miner, the Mac OS miner. That's my main goal from right now.
Yeah. So you're very interested for people to come and have a go at mining, yeah?
Yeah, they can go on my Discord. I think that's why a lot of people like my pool is. I'm always here to help people. I'm always here to talk in DM. I'm someone like I say, I'm not a company. I'm someone that want to help and give the best mining platform possible.
Brilliant. Well, I'm definitely going to give it a go myself. We've got way over 1,000 people on here, so I'm hoping that there's going to be plenty of people that might want to have a go as well. And mate, you never know. Maybe even Vibra might give it a go. I'm not sure. I know he's a busy boy, but yeah. I mean, I think historically, like I know for myself, I've basically just been like kind of delving in, finding the best projects, trying to make some money, this and that. But I think with QUBIC, I've kind of like, I don't think there's any better project than QUBIC. I'll be honest with you. When I'm looking around at other cryptos, I'm like, I like some of these other projects, but some of them are very limited. But QUBIC literally has got so much potential. And like you were saying with the AI, I do think that, when Anna starts to learn and she starts to grow even more, I think it's going to bring in so many people that I think it's just going to go absolutely wild. And that's when it's going to bring in people, but it's also going to bring in developers. It's going to then bring also investors as well, who are like, and then we're going to be on another level, because then at that point, it's going to bring in some of the big boys, some of the big institutions as well, who are going to start investing in it. Because soon as we get on tier, hopefully we get OKX. By the way, everybody that's listening, you need to register OKX, and there's some information online that you need to do because I think we need 5,000 people. Is that right? I think it's 5,000. And then we get tier 1 listing, and they're a biggie. They're a real biggie. So once we get that 5,000 people registered, we can actually start. I think they're going to start trading, spot trading QUBIC on OKX. So it's a huge exchange. I think it's top 5, something like that. So everybody, please get on there and get registered. The details are either on the Discord or on X. And the more the merrier. I think I've onboarded a few people to it already, but keep going, guys. Let's get it done. I think we're on about 1,000 registrations at the moment. We need 5,000. I mean, there's enough of us in the system, so let's spread the word and do it. You know what? It's been really informative, Jet Ski. I really appreciate it. You coming on to show us how to do that. It's kind of opened up another door for me to kind of do it, and it looks pretty simple to do. I wonder if I can do it. I'll try and figure it out and see if I can. Otherwise, I'll be sending you a DM.
Yeah, of course. No, to mine, I made it the most easiest possible to mine. I think I'm the pool that does have the easiest access to mining.
Yeah.
And you can compare people. You can compare people what they make to. Like, you compare your hash rate, and you can see what they make, so you can see if it's profitable for you. But I think I want to make more video too, to explain how QUBIC works. I think that's gonna be my goal for next year.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Well, let's see what happens. I mean, if I figure out how to do it, I might even do some screenshots and show people how to do it. And like I say, there are other pools. If you want to contact me, feel free. So I'm not. I mean, it's I don't know Jet Ski personally, but it was just Jet Ski was like forthcoming. But anybody else, if you want to show your pools as well, feel free. But I'm definitely going to give it a go on your pool, because obviously you've been kind enough to come on here, and it looks pretty straightforward as well. And I don't know if you caught, Vibra, that Jetski was saying that there's going to be some farms that are closed, a farm that's closing down. So it's going to mean that people that are mining are going to be able to, it's going to be more profitable. So I'm going to try it for fun on my, kind of oldish laptop, and see if I can get some QUBIC out of it for fun.
Yeah,
and then
me
maybe I
too.
might take it a little bit more seriously. If it's pumping me out like thousands of QUBIC a day, I might be like, right, I've got to get myself down to, we've got like computer shops like PC World and stuff like that. I might get myself down to there, and I might get like a whole table full of laptops. But yeah, I really appreciate. Have you got any questions for Jetski? What do you think about mining after listening to all that? What do you reckon?
Yo, I really I like it. So you connect your wallet there. You don't need to have any QUBIC in your wallet, do you, to start mining?
You create your wallet on the web wallet, and you put the public key here, and that's it. You start mining, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, if you like, I have my laptop, and when I'm done streaming at nighttime, I just shut it down for the night. So why not, create an account and just see what happens? If they can mine me QUBIC while I sleep, I'm all in.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Oh my
I'm gonna
gosh!
have to find my old laptop too.
Yeah, well, I think in total, I've probably got about, throughout the house, I've probably got about 4 laptops. So I'm gonna see if there's, I'm gonna see if I can make some free tokens, and I'll do it for fun, just to see if I can get going on it first, and then if that works, I'll have a look. But it looks really exciting. I did some similar things before for this project that was giving some airdrops, and it was just quite fun monitoring it and stuff like that. So. And you can have it running. You can have it running at the same time you're doing other stuff. Is that right, Jetski?
Yeah, and you have to reduce the number of threads of the CPU. Like you have 10 threads, you put 5, so you have 5 other threads for whatever you want to do. So your computer don't bug, that's the thing,
Oh, okay. Because otherwise it will steal all the power, all the.
Yeah, it's gonna take all the power of the computer, so you might bug. So you just like put a little less of threads.
Okay, I see.
Of the
Okay, and
CPU.
how do you do that? How do you actually do that then?
So here. So when I told you to know how much threads you have, you go
Oh
on the
right,
task
yes,
manager.
yes.
Here you have like 30. You have 32.
Okay.
So here I'm gonna put the half, so 16. So the miner is gonna use half of the power of the computer.
Okay, fine. Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're not gonna feel nothing. You're gonna.
I get that.
Can do whatever
Otherwise, you
want.
won't be able to use other apps and things like that. Is that
It
right?
might bug little.
Okay, yeah. I get you. Okay. Yeah. So don't completely, unless it was just specifically for the mining, then you could use the full. If it wasn't, then you could just, like, if it says 32, you can just do it 16. Okay, I get you. Yeah, that's fine. All right, brilliant. I've enjoyed this. I knew I was going to enjoy this stream, because I just thought, you hear about mining all the time, and I think I might have seen one of your posts about, somewhere on Discord or whatever, or you can learn to mine and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if this is going to be such hard work for me, but just watching you just show me how to do this, it looks like it's probably going to take me about 15 minutes to set up. I'm quite slow,
No,
so
not even 2 minutes. If you have a wallet.
Yeah, but I'm really slow. It's probably going to take me it's going to take me at least 10 minutes. But yeah, it looks so straightforward, and it's a nice platform as well. And did you build this yourself, this platform?
All the pool is managed by myself. I have no one to work with me. I'm only myself on it.
Oh, well done! Congrats, mate. That's brilliant.
Thanks.
That's really impressive. And wow, I'm going to give it a go, and I will report back. I'll definitely report back hopefully for the next week's stream. I'm going to report back on it, because next week we're talking about the ecosystem projects. which is going to be quite interesting. I'm inviting everybody. There's a lot of shy people involved in QUBIC, isn't there? Because I'm inviting all these projects and I'm saying, come on the stream, come on the stream. And there's people like, oh, I don't know, do I have to show my face? And I'm like, no, you don't have to show your face. And obviously it's understandable not showing your face, especially if you're a computer or something like that. No problem. But get on and let's talk, you know, because there's people out there. We've got, you know, at the moment we've got what, 1,250 people listening in to mining, which is not, for some people, it's not going to be the most kind of sexiest thing to talk about. But for me, I'm finding it really interesting because I'm just thinking to myself, you know, you get, you know, 2 or 3 laptops set up and you could be making, you know, a couple of I know it doesn't sound a lot, but it adds up. You know, when I was doing some of my LP pools and stuff like that, you know, when you're getting paid like $2 or $3 a day and you leave it for a week or two, suddenly you come back and it's like, wow, I've got, you know, it's just free tokens. And same thing for this as well. Just for leaving your laptop open, you could be working on it at the same time. You know, and it's just dropping tokens into your thing. But the way that I work it out is I said to somebody today, I was like, it's like if I was to mine, say for example, I got like $1 or a couple of dollars a day or something from mining, and then I did that for the whole year, I would then be probably thanking my future self, because when QUBIC starts to go to, I don't know, 0. whatever, 3 noughts and a 1, I said, you know, $3 a day equals $78,000. So it will really pay for itself, because sometimes we look at the QUBIC at the current price, but in my mind I'm like thinking way ahead. I mean, I've got a reasonable bag now because I've been like adding to it over the months, but you know, if I can earn some free tokens while I'm sitting down doing other computer work, fantastic. And I, you know, I really appreciate you showing this to us, Jetski, and offering, obviously, to support people that anybody might want to mine. It'd be interesting, actually, from people in the chat. Is there any questions? Let me just see. Hold on. Let me see. Chad, thanks for reposting this stream. Let me just see if there's any questions for you, because I've not really been staring at the chat. A lot of really nice comments. Free QUBICs, I'm all ears. Says hardware. I think let's have a look. What's up, QUBIC Club? Can we just invest in QUBIC? Is there a token? Yeah, there is. QUBIC token. So the system encourages more IDs, more people participating to each computer. Yes, that's good. Let's have a look. There's some talk about QBond, nothing to do with the mining, but that's a new project. We're going to be talking about QBond next week, actually. And that's a new project that they're launching on QCAP, which is absolutely brilliant. Let's have a look. Interested to invest. Somebody said interested to invest. Yeah, go for it. I am. Not financial advice. Do your own research, but yeah, just go for it. I mean, it's a no-brainer, this project. It's so good. Vibra said it's only one select exchanges. A wrap version on ETH is coming soon. Safetrade.com is what I use. Yeah, I was on SafeTrade last night, actually. And it's raw, but it's exciting. Not gonna lie, I know this PJ is gonna cook. I'm glad I got on board when I did. Same here, Jon Snow. I'm just seeing if there's any. Bro, you on top of cutting edge. Let's have a look. Same process, QUBIC I've done. Vibra said, I've been doing research 10 hours a day for the last 5 years. It's my job to give you guys the true blue chips. Yeah, I've followed him for a long time. And, you know, I've kind of, over the years, I've kind of like rejected a lot of these awful shillers, shilling a lot of rubbish. And the good ones have stayed present, like Vibra, for example. And hence the reason why we're doing these streams together now, because I trust what he says. What else? Let's have a look. Don't forget. Are we gonna do a lot of talk about Q-bonds? Let's have a look. Also, did we talk about Mac OS mining? It might be a question for you, Jetski. Did Mac OS mining?
Yeah, you have macOS mining too here, but it's gonna be only for Intel macOS. The Apple Silicon macOS is not gonna work.
Okay. So somebody with a Mac is going to understand what you just said there, yeah?
Yeah, you go on the GitHub. You have one command line to paste, the second one with your wallet, and that's it.
Okay. Well, sounds simple. And also, what's the word of the person? Pessimistic. Also, Jetski is available to answer questions on Discord as well. So yeah, all good. So if you've got any questions, specific questions, if you know, like me, if I struggle with something, I'm just going to hit him up and ask him. Hopefully not bother him too much, but just, you know, get me started, and then yeah, and then we'll see. Chad has reposted the stream. Thanks very much, Chad, and everybody else. Please repost. It's really important. Mac OS mining possible? Yes, it is possible. Why'd you hold on, let's have a look. Why? Oh, that's a question. Why do you download a Windows file if it runs on bare metal? Can you explain that one, Jetski?
No, what I download, that's the miner. The core node, it's a file, a EFF file that you load on the hard drive, and that after you run it on the bare metal.
There we go.
Maybe he thought that was the mining. He stay on the Linux, Windows, or he stay on this. Only the node, the core node that run on bare metal.
Okay, fine. Right. Okay. Good question, though. Inquisitive. I like that. Is there a timeline for the implementation of the computer monitoring software?
You wish, huh? No, the core node you can access it. It's EFI. That means you can this a CLI tool that's gonna carry the node. So you can have some monitor, but there's no software monitor. If it crash. You have to switch to a different node.
Okay, I get it. And then Chad's asked, what's it take to become an operator?
You have to have at least three servers that have 2 terabytes of RAM and a fast EPIC CPU and miners too.
Okay. And I've got a question for you. Obviously, your operation is pretty smart and all the rest of it. Are you looking to expand?
Yeah, so in QUBIC there's not a lot of pool. So the most of them, they have like, I'm sure they have like big farms on it. So that's why they take a lot of IDs. But I feel like on my pool I have like a lot of normal people, like people that they mine at home. I always notice that there's more traffic on my Discord, on my pools than other pools that have more. So
Yeah.
and I'm not a business. I'm not like a business people that's gonna ask a price to the
Yeah.
big farm, and I'll just provide the best I can, and for me, I'm happy with it.
So you're okay. So you're happy with the way with your operation at the moment.
Yeah, I always want to improve my code, and after when I'm gonna be happy with all my implementation, I can start to make some ads and promote the pools, maybe talk to big farms and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I like what you're doing there. It's really good. It's really good because I'm kind of looking. You know, I've always got my investor head on, and I'm like looking and I'm like thinking, yeah, if Jetski said he was looking at maybe expanding or something, I would probably be interested to invest in some of it. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. It's very. I think you're very investable in. You know, the way that you talk and your operation. It looks. Oh, sorry, I've covered your head there, Vibra. Sorry about that with the comment. You sound very, yeah, I was just saying, you sound very investable, as in, like, if you were to expand and you were to say, oh yeah, I'm putting this out as a project or something like that, because I know there was another guy that was doing a project, wasn't there? And I just think, yeah, there might be potential, you know, if you did want to take it to the next level. I bet there's people about that would definitely like to go down the mining route, because there's a lot of QUBIC to be mined.
Yeah,
I think is it 200 and is it two? Am I right to say the whole total QUBIC that gets mined per week is $240,000
the total of QUBIC mine, you mean?
at the moment, at the current price?
Let me see. How much I get per computer? I get let's say 150 for the price.
Yeah.
$500,000
Per
week.
week.
The emission.
That's lovely.
And that was before the halving. The halving that happened at the end of August. Before I was times 2.
Yeah.
So right now that you have like a big cut of the emission, the price is gonna build way more stable, because there's not gonna be this minor ceiling pressure, you know.
Yeah. Wow, very nice, very nice. And that's at that price. So let me ask you the question. So if you're mining, so at the current price, the mining is paying out, even though the price is low, still paying out $500,000 a week.
For me in France, with like 15 cents euro, I'm still profitable, not for a lot, because the price go down with the halving.
Yeah.
Right now, to be like good profitable, we have to have like a price at 300, like in August.
300 million market cap.
No, 300 like this. 50.
Oh, 503.
Yeah. And I think it's gonna come back this winter. I need to make
Oh,
bet. I need to go
it's going to go way higher. It is going to go way higher. I think it's just a time game. So, okay, so at the moment, at this current price, QUBIC is mining the equivalent of $500,000 a week.
Yeah, the emission.
Okay, so obviously, if it doubles that, it will be mining $1 million a week.
The emission, yeah, the new QUBIC created, yeah.
Gosh, and imagine if there was a few X's on that as well. God, the mining is going to be so profitable. Do you think that's going to attract a lot more miners and validators into the project?
When the price is gonna go up, for sure. Right now it's building time, it's stacking time.
Okay.
And when gonna come back, yeah, price is gonna go. When I see the price go up, it go like so fast. Like in 1 week, it's like 5 times 2 times 2, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to learn how to mine just on my basic computer, and maybe if I can earn, I don't know, 50 cents a day, whatever, something like that, fine. But in the knowledge that if we did a few X's, that $1 will be $3 or $4 a day, like that. Okay. Right. Okay. So there's something to think about. So I'm just going to learn it now and just get an idea of how to do it. And then maybe when the mining becomes more profitable, so if it goes like 5 noughts and a 3, or 5 noughts and a 5, or something crazy, or 5 noughts and an 8, suddenly you're talking like even somebody with a couple of little laptops could be earning like maybe, I don't know, $10 a day or something. Really good passive income. Okay, that's very interesting.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting too to do it, to mine, to learn how you start. So if you have if you want to start, you can go on my Discord. I'm always here to help, to talk. And my goal in mining is to help people that live in condition in life, how to say, in cheap condition in country they have difficulty to make money. My goal is to make people a living from mining.
Fantastic. Thanks very much. I appreciate that. It's very generous of you. Can I also say, ask you something as well, just so that we can get an idea of because it's very hard for me and Vibra to monitor. We do get hit up a lot by people that are like in other communities that say, oh yeah, we're getting into QUBIC and stuff like that. But it's very hard to monitor. Would you be able to tell us after this stream how many, just hit us up in a DM or something, Jetski, how many people start mining from this stream? It'd be really important, really interesting to hear. Would you be able to do that for us?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
You have
brilliant. That's
the
great.
pool
Yeah.
is all transparent. You have the number of the miner connected right here.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be really cool to know, because you'll have a more of a grip on who's been there before or who's brand new. Because I think there's going to be some brand new people. Obviously, me, I'm going to be doing it. Vibra might have a go, and but it'd be interesting to know. We've got a lot of people on the call. Be very interesting to know, see if there's other people thinking like me as well. Because I'm thinking to myself, you know, not only at the moment is the price really low, so if you're earning 20 cents, 50 cents a day or whatever, and then suddenly the price does a 2x or something, and then also you're thinking, you hold that, say for example you're on $3 a day, and then suddenly the price starts to whatever, Anna Agarth starts to develop, and then suddenly everybody starts flooding in and the price just goes crazy. It's a bit like when you're investing and you're investing low, you're holding on to that token, and then suddenly the price just goes crazy, and then you're there holding a massive bag of a very expensive token. And I'm thinking that's kind of how I'm seeing the mining.
That's what is going to happen. QUBIC for like since I mine it, since I mine for like 2 years on it, I never always got profitable per week. It's one of the coins that always is the most profitable when you mine. There's some, of course, weak, little bad, but it's the only coin I know that always make me profitable. And right now that we are in a period that is a little complicated because the halving happened, the price come back, and so you have to keep you have to hold. You don't sell, you hold until you come back. And that's why I don't sell and I can mine without being in fear that I'm not gonna come back, because I know that it's gonna come back.
Yeah, yes, definitely. I don't even get worried about the price anymore. And like sometimes I'm like, I'm kind of dealing with a bit of FUD sometimes, and I'm like, why are you upset about the price? Because like I speak to people and I'm like, you weren't going to sell, even if it did a 5x, you're not going to sell anyway, so don't worry about it. If it does that little bit of turbulence, it's fine. It's just part of it. And then where I can, dry powder, get in there, get some more tokens. But I think also with this way, it's just mining it. I'm going to just try and get as many tokens as I can, however I can get them. And I think mining really looks quite addictive, I think.
Yeah, no, it is addictive. It is fun, but yeah, the feud is just because people they don't get interested in the technology. They just see price. They're like, damn, he lose so much. Okay, I'm out. That's why this feud.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's I think let's see how many of us on call now. I mean, there's quite a lot of us. There was about 1,169 of us. Let's see how many, and that number's still going up. Let's see how many of us give it a go. Hit me up in comments and get on X as well and share if you've given it a go. Let's all try and give it a go and see if we can actually see who makes the most money out of it. Because I'm thinking that this could be quite profitable, and if we're all on there, chopping away at it, getting some free tokens, it could be quite fun as well. As the price starts to gain momentum as well, there'll be even more people looking at doing. But if we're in position and we kind of get an understanding of how to mine, I think that could really be interesting. So guys, wow, we've been online now for nearly 2 hours. Jetski, have you got anything final to say before we end the stream?
No, I mean, if you want to start mining, you can go on my Discord. We have a big family on Ethereum and help each other, and I'm always here to help. Well, it's happy mining and enjoy life.
Yeah, man, definitely. And Vibra, anything to say before we get going?
No, good stuff. And, this is a really good way to, I think, onboard people that, a lot of people I know are broke right now. They can't afford to just be buying new cryptos. So if you could tell them, hey, all you got to do is just set up this wallet and at nighttime go on and, join one of these pools. As wake the next morning or next day, just see what happens. You can, if people see they can start earning stuff for free, that's a great onboarding tool. So I love it. And people were talking about QBond in the chat, and I think that's another awesome thing too, because with the staking on Q now, it's great, but if you don't leave it for a full year, you lose a lot of your rewards. So people that want to do maybe something shorter, they don't really have an option. Now with QBond, you can it gives you the option to earn for shorter duration. So I'm super excited with all the stuff coming out, and next week, we'll get into that. So good stuff.
Yeah, man, definitely. So yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for coming on. Thanks so much, Jetski. I really appreciate your time. You sound like a real genuine geezer. And yeah, and hopefully we're gonna have more chats. And I'm definitely gonna, for the next week's stream, I'm gonna report back and let everybody know how I got on with this. And yeah, and your Discord is where exactly?
You can go on Google in the search bar and you can type discord.jetskipool.er. It's gonna give you a link.
Jetski dot
discord.jetskipool.er.
Jetskipool.er. Let me type it in the chat.
Discord.jetskipool.ai.
Discord.
I can send it to you in
jetskipool.ai.
AI. Yeah.
That one. Let's see. Let's see if I've got it right. Is that correct? Discord.jetskipool.ai.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, right, guys. So that's Jetski's Discord. I'm going to give it a go, and yeah, this has been an eye opener for me, delving into the tech, and yeah, and like I say, price is low now, but it's not going to be low. It's not going to be low for long. So with regards to QUBIC, with regards to other stuff like QCAP, QBond, with regards to mining, there's so many opportunities for passive income in this QUBIC protocol. And the tech is, I would probably say, there isn't any project in crypto with better tech and potential possibilities than QUBIC. So anybody that's new to it, you get yourself a bag now. Not financial advice, do your own research and all the rest of it, but that's kind of what we're doing here. We're kind of all of us are investors. Jetski's a miner, Vibra's an investor, I'm an investor. So yeah, happy days. And guys, I want to just say thanks all for attending. Please share the stream out, and have a really good evening and weekend. Thanks, guys, and thanks all for joining today on the stream. Take care.